everyone, welcome to the second annual festival which started in the College of Education, University of Kufa, Iraq. Despite all the suffering the students are dealing with, they decided to show their ideas in a form of poster. Let's go and take a look.
على وقت على؟ على
خلينا اي واحد يتعلم.
And now we have Mr. Abbas' poster. It talks about dioxis in Quran. So Mr. Abbas, can you tell us about dioxis? What is dioxis in Quran?
In pragmatics, we talked about deixis and we talked about their uses. Now, deixis, we all agreed that deixis needs a context in order to be understood. Those deixis, such as here, there, and that, you, me, I. Now, my argumentation, I argued against George Orwell's hypothesis. He said that those deixis needs context to be understood. Now, we can use some verses from the Quran and prove that these deixis in our language, in Holy Quran, they do not need any context. Now, consider this example. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فإذا جاء أمر الله وقضي بالحق وخسر هنالك الكافرون. This word هنالك refers to one place and it does not refer to any other place. It refers to the judgment day and it cannot be interpreted in other way, or it cannot be suggested to have another meaning. This is the first thing. So deixis and Quran, they have fixed meaning and they they can be understood easily without any context. This is number one about my poster. The second point that I want to pinpoint is that psychological distance. Psychological distance existed in the Quran long ago, although some recent studies have been made about psychological distance. Now, an example of psychological distance that when you say, I don't like that perfume, you use, the distal expression that to refer to something near you. And Quran, also the Holy Quran uses this notion, the notion of psychological distance, and it is existed. For example, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, ولو ترى إذ فزعوا فلا فوتوا وأخذوا من مكان قريب. This place is described as a close place, مكان قريب. And here the Quran uses the psychological distance to describe those people who doesn't believe in Quran, and they will go to hell from the nearest place possible. So again, the notion of psychological distance is existed in Quran, and deixis in Quran, they have fixed meaning and they cannot be interpreted in more than one meaning.
Thank you very much for this good explanation about deixis in Quran. And now we're gonna see another poster. Thank you. Okay. And now we're gonna meet Mubin. Mubin, could you explain all of your poster? What is it about?
Absolutely. My poster is about who's more intelligent. So I want to ask you, I'm going to point of view, who's more intelligent, male or female? Okay. Okay, I will prove that they are equal in intelligence. But how is that? The first, we know that the state of the brain. The important thing to know that the size of your brain has nothing to do with intelligence. Your body is larger than my body, and that is natural to be your brain is larger than my brain. So that doesn't mean you are more intelligent than me, right? We have number two, the great number of female. We know that naturally that the number of female is more than the number of male. So it's naturally, and also it's mentioned on the Holy Quran that the man can marry more than one woman, right? So it doesn't mean that the female is more intelligent than man, right? We have number three, which is scientifically one, that we have a scientist which studies the human brain planning, and they know that they are close in both, and they have no difference between them. Also in some expansion, which is that the woman is more emotional than men, and men is more account and transaction than women, but that doesn't affect intelligence. So I can't determine the IQ, or your IQ, or my IQ by the gray matter. The gray matter computer is responsible for the intelligence in your ratio or in your brain, in my brain. And that doesn't mean male and female, if they are equivalent in intelligence, depends on the gray matter in your brain. So we have the conclusion, which is the variety in intelligence. We have the idea a lot of students here have a high score, but that doesn't mean they are smart. That doesn't mean they are intelligent, because they only save the material and then they taste it and then they succeed. And vice versa.
And now we're gonna see another poster. Thank you very much. And now we're gonna meet Mr. Ahmed. Ahmed, could you explain how we conversion between hope and despair?
Between hope and despair and waiting for Godot. Waiting for Godot is a play written by someone wicked. It contains of two acts. The first one is completely similar to the second one to show that the life is boring and full of similarities in that age. We have this tree which represents the despair in that age. It is a dead tree without any leaves in the first act in this play. But in the second one, we can find a little hope represented by this little branch of leaves. Hope is a word consists of four letters, have only a positive expectation. In this side we have hope quotations in the play, and the second one the despair quotations. For example, we look back tomorrow. All of us know that with tomorrow hope can be combined, but in the second side of despair, nothing to be done. It is easily and very can be recognized as a means of despair.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and now we're gonna see another poster. Through moving in that poster session, we have to face the tragic poster, which is done by Mr. And now, Mr. would you tell us about this tragic poster?
Yes, you are welcome. Correct. My idea made because I found when the Titanic drowned, many movies and songs made about for it. In Iraq, more than 1,070 Iraqi soldiers murdered in spite of it. So I gave my idea to make a special story about a soldier of Spike. In the first photo, as you see, that a mother told her son to be careful. Motherly, as any lady, she felt that her son will face something dangerous or something called. Then in the second photo, this is the crime itself. When Daesh killed more than 1,070 Iraqi soldiers. At the first time, he goes with the past, his friend, when he enjoys his time with his friend. Then his daughter gathered, saw his father in her dream. She said, Dad, my dad, without saying anything. The last photo talks itself. I think it doesn't need any explanation.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Tijan, for that explanation. Ms. Tijan explained her tragic poster, and it talks about the tragedy which happened in the spike. Thank you. Okay. Now I will present the head of the Department of the English, Dr. Ghanem. Dr. Ghanem, could you tell us about your opinion about the poster session?
Thank you very much for your meeting to me. Before I telling you about my opinion, I'd like to say that this opportunity is a successful opportunity for me and for the students, through which to find out the best students who share in creating this opportunity or this session. I could say that the land of Iraq, which is our throne on our head, gives us that it is ready to give genus, do you see, men and women. For this reason, I consider this session as a means of communication between the students and the masters or the teachers. It's number one. Number two, it is considered as a good means of learning certain idioms, certain speeches, certain proverbs. Number three, of course, this session is succeeding in killing our boring, our time, and to give us new ideas, new opinions, particularly the opinions of Mr. Qasim, who is active and who is clever, who is genius in creating this opportunity. Then we find out that the students are capable of sharing us in new opinions, and they reflect, each one reflects his opinion successfully. The last point I'd like to say, it is better for us to share, you see, in our time, in order to unite together. You see, in our union, in our gathering together, we will build a new friendship. We will build a new brotherhood in order to protect our country from the danger of Daesh.
Doctor, what are the results of the Basasha?
Yeah.
And how could you see the future of that Basasha? And what are the bets that we, by them, we can develop that kind of possession?
Yeah.
It will be what?
Yeah. Look, the results of this opportunity or this festivals, all the visitors, all the guests, you see, praise our activities. And of course, they thank us too much, considering this festival is the most successful, you see, celebration or festival. Then I'd like to say that this is the first or the second experience for the department. I think in the coming festivals, they will be more successful than this one. Although this possession is succeeding too much, but of course we get a new experience in creation other opportunities, particularly in our festivals.
Doctor, now we would to thank you about this opportunity, and we hope for this department that gets a prosper. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. For you too.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our process session, and we hope to see you the next year. Goodbye.